training.tv. My name is Margaret. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. Hope y'all are having a lovely day. Hello, Christian. How you doing? I heard the weather's great.
I'm doing fine, thanks.
Good. Glad to hear it. So, here we go. So we have this week of shenanigans. We're doing an MBS plugin Q&A with Christian Schmitz today, which would be really fun.
So maybe we start with some questions.
I'm about to say questions are like, I'm looking at some questions that popped up. Is there a way to get container images into Excel along with the other record data using MBS?
Okay, let's go. So you downloaded the plugin. You have plenty of example files.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the folders here is XL. And there is a couple of things. Let's see. Whiting data is an example file, which happens to have a picture file here. And then there is a button to create an Excel file. And where is my Excel file? Oh yeah, in the container, yeah. Export the Excel file. I mean, this is things people just do, and let's double click it. What's going on? Here. Yeah, I'm sharing the second screen. Okay, so I just used here libxl, made this invoice-like Excel file.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a picture. So now you may ask, how do I put a picture?
Yeah, how do you do that?
Yeah. So for this, I would say we take a look on the script, and here we have a call which first adds the picture to the Excel file. And you can have it as a file or as a container. And you just press the image. So this adds the picture to the Excel file. And then you get an ID for this picture. And then you can place this picture on several cells and different sheets and as much as you want. So let me just here logo find it. Oh, the coloring is funny tonight. So dark mode. So yeah, I can switch to light mode if you like. So here, set picture with size tells the plugin to put this picture we added on a certain position here, row and column, and then a certain size in points. The measurement in Excel is defined by the width of a standard character in a specific font. It's a mess. So this basically makes a calculation to figure out how many columns of that letter you would need and how many rows. So it approximates it.
I appreciate
And
the
then we
plugin
also
dealing
have
with that for us.
we have scale, which is a different thing because it just takes a picture and then says, I need this to show up as 20% of the original size. So you add a picture, you place it into a cell. Oh, well, relative to a cell.
Yes, someone said light mode, please, if possible.
Okay, let me see if I can do something about this. There's probably a setting in here.
In major settings, I think.
Oh.
Sorry for the eye searing.
We just switched to light mode.
Yep, there we go.
So next question maybe, or
there's a next question. Hold on. Cool. Hi all. I'm related to the earlier Excel question. I'm trying to export an Excel file from report layout. I need the summary fields at the end of the Excel exported rows, and I'm trying to export from multiple tables into one Excel file.
Well, you put data into the Excel file with a plugin by calling this plugin functions. So you can go over several tables in your FileMaker script, go to different records to get whatever data you need, and then make a loop to copy rows as you need. Where's my example here? Export records. For example, here we add a header row by writing each label into the cell, and then we loop over the records and write each value here as text from the field in the FileMaker table into the sheet. We have functions to write a list of values. So you can say, I have here 100 values in a variable, and then you can write it into 100 different cells in one call. So there's a cell-wide texts function.
Mm-hmm.
There's an additional S on the end, which can fill a range of cells with values from a list.
Got it.
That may help. What was the rest of the question?
They were trying to add summary fields at the end of the Excel exported rows.
Okay, that sounds like they need a formula.
Yeah, they wanted something on the Excel side.
Yeah, that's my documentation window. Okay, so let's go and search. So you can put in a calculation with a formula into the Excel sheet and have it automatically be calculated whenever Excel opens it. That would be a cell-wide formula. No, not global. The normal one here. So you have a row, a column, and a formula, which would mean that you would base the result on the data in the Excel file. You would not read the summary field in FileMaker and put it in the cell, which you could do, absolutely, but then it would just be a number you copy from FileMaker.
Mm-hmm.
But this would allow you to have a formula to actually calculate a sum, like in this example script where we put in a few fields, and then we put here a calculation to sum up a range of cells.
That makes sense. And if they're pulling data from multiple tables, I get why they just want to summarize it
Yeah.
on the Excel side.
So please be aware that if you put in values with a formula, you get the formula in the field. But if you look on this Excel document with something like a preview tool, the result is not there, because the result is calculated whenever you open this in a spreadsheet app. Whether it's Excel or LibreOffice or numbers doesn't matter, but it will calculate the result when you open it. If you have a result upfront, you can also write the formula and a number into the cell. Then you have the value there. So if you use Quick Look on Mac or a preview in your Mail app, it would show you the value. But if you open it in Excel, it will still make the calculation and update the value field.
In the meantime, we have another question. I need to export to Excel from WebDirect. Any idea on how I could do this?
Here you can get a copy of the MBS plugin installed on the server with libxl.
So it's doable basically. Just need to get MBS
Yeah,
on the server.
Yeah, sure. You would for Linux, you probably have a Linux server like everyone. So you would either copy the Intel or the ARM version, and you need the plugin and the libxl library into your extensions folder for WebDirect. You must know on the server there are 3 extensions folders. You may need to copy it in all 3 if you want to use the plugin everywhere, and then enable it on the server. Yeah, and the example is the same. Like here, we had this export record script. There's it here. So this could run on the server. So if it's a server, we can put in the absolute path to the library, but I actually prefer. Oh, this is an old comment. Okay. No FileMaker Cloud. So libxl.so as a shared object for Linux, and then if you just pass the file name, it looks in the extensions folder, and then you call the xl initialize function with the path to the library, and if you have a license key, you can pass it here. Otherwise, you can test for some time and some files. There are a couple of things. If you don't have a license, you can make files, but they have this watermark line on the top. But otherwise, things should work. And then the export script could run from a WebDirect thing. On the end, I would probably put the EXE file into a field, and then you may do the export field contents. Yeah, to start the download, Yeah, please try the plugin. If you have time for a conference, please come to one of the conferences.
Yes.
Like I will be at Full Access, well, if airplanes fly.
Yes.
I will also be at Elevate FM this year, looks like.
Hmm.
So I'm coming to Toronto and Los Altos.
There we go, which will be fun.
The next, so in June. June, this is the next one I go. Yeah, if the airplanes fly, yeah.
There you go. All right. Thank you so much, Christian. It's been awesome having you. Always good to see you. And thank you
Yeah,
everyone for coming. And I hope you all have a
okay.
lovely day. Bye-bye.